How's everybody doing? School got canceled because of the bad weather, and I'm in the mood to build some trees, so let's make 3 mini scenes. To get started, I found this brown Duplo brick at my local Bricks minifigs that will make a pretty cool interchangeable base for the 3 scenes. Think of this piece kinda like a freeform base that I'll use for all of the builds today. For the first build, I'm going to start off with some simple landscaping using wedge plates and cheese slopes to make a small snowy area that fits into our Duplo base. For the actual tree, I'm going to use a technique called leaf weaving. If you've never heard of this technique, it's where you take a bunch of generic leaf pieces and weave their flexible limbs together. If you repeat this process enough times, you can eventually make a ring, and this is pretty much the whole idea of this tree technique. You make a bunch of these rings in varying sizes and then stack them up to create a cone, which is the bulk of the pine tree. When it comes to the trunk, you can pretty much use whatever technique you want. For this one, I went with a snot-built trunk, which, needs another piece or two on the back. But if I've learned anything from Dan the Fan and Ben the Brick Builder, it's that nobody looks at the back of a Lego build. So yeah. Oh, and one last thing. Make a circle like this too. It helps the tree look more complete, but with that, here's the first finished mini build. For the next build, I want to make a much more complex landscaping to put the tree in. I've had this Hulk minifig for a bit, who's just been begging for his arms to be ripped off for some sick landscaping. To attach the arms to the 4x4 base, I'm using this 1x1 modified plate with the bar element on top. Also, I think it would be pretty cool if you could see the roots of the tree, so I'm capturing this by using whips, fishing rods, and bucket handles. As this landscape comes together, I'm noticing some small gaps, so to fill them, I'll loosely put some small plates and cheese slopes on the build. For the tree, I'm going to build the infamous tire tree. This starts with a column of 1x1 cylinders, then you just gotta slide some tires over it. The leaf color that I'll be going with is yellow because it'll add a pop of color that this build desperately needs. And now, all that's left to do in this build is to hand the tree to Hulk and add this little squirrel. For the last build, I'm going to be taking a complete 180 from the previous landscaping and only use one piece. This 6x6 disc. And man, you really never know where inspiration is going to come from. I was just chilling in bed when I spotted this piece on my Lego Hogwarts. And this is the entire reason I'm making this video. This piece put me in the mood to build trees. Anyways, for the third and final tree, I'm beginning with a barrel. Then, in the barrel, I wrapped a bunch of javelins and spears together with the handy-dandy whip piece. For the leaves, I'm going to go in a bit of an experimental direction when it comes to color. I picked up a few of this Harry Potter polybag just for the dark blue and purple leaves. And wow, I'm just loving the fantasy look of this scene. To finish it off, I'm adding this blue rat gerbil thing I found. I think it's from Lego Elves, but I don't really know. It just matches the vibes of this build so well. Well guys, that's going to wrap up this video, but please let me know down in the comments which of the 3 builds you like the most, and please consider subscribing, because I have a lot more builds planned for the future that I know you will love.